Yo, what up gamers, I'm Dark, and today we're going to be reviewing one of the EDG Viper's Tristana games. One of the only, I think might be the first Tristana game he's played on the US server. It's not exactly the best game he's played from what I could tell from the scoreline, but it's like one of the few pros actually playing Tristana, so, oh, okay, gonna be a really fast all in there. Interesting that he just started the W to immediately jump in there. Makes sense though, the enemy Jinx was pretty isolated. Poppy Note nearby. He has level 1 engage support with a Rakan. Able to put out a lot of damage there and then just back off. Not looking for the kill, just looking for some great harass. But yeah, one of the few people actually playing Tristana. Most people are not, so pretty excited to see one of the best ADC players in the world play this champion. Okay, Rakan will be looking for another engage. However, we're gonna get denied by the Poppy W. However, now that the W is down, Tristana's gonna jump in, look for some extra harassment of the Jinx. That was never gonna be a kill, but it's always just nice to do some extra damage there. It costs the Tristana quite a bit of mana. Now, presumably gonna be looking to crash this wave. He needs to look for a reset in the wave state here, because at the moment the wave is too pushed into their turret that the Rakan cannot really ever engage, nor can Tristana ever jump into melee range, which is like optimal on her a lot of the time. So they need to reset this wave state by crashing in this wave. And now, hopefully the next wave should be bouncing back. But probably gonna look for an all in there. Tristana not gonna use W until that W is down. Then finally Nidalee gonna go on her. Good shit. Now, I guess they will want to back off here until they have all their cooldowns back. Alright, good shit. And this wave should, yep, have reset, I guess. Or actually, no, not quite. Oh, gonna be immediately jumping in again. Not gonna find a kill there, but really close. We're gonna keep pressuring now. Presumably, will not actually want to back now until he is forced to back from their side. I don't know if, so right now he just wants to keep on shoving this wave. He doesn't know if they've backed yet, but in case they have, he can't like afford to just be slow pushing here. He needs to crash this wave instantly, so if they have backed, then they will actually miss a lot of farm. We see the Poppy's still here, presumably the Jinx is back though. Potentially gonna be looking for a dive here, but it's gonna be complicated. Rakan can't use W. Okay, Rakan will take the aggro though. Oh, okay, slight messed up execution there means they don't actually get that kill. That's quite unfortunate. Like I said, pretty complicated dive to go for. It was doable, but it's really hard. Rakan needs to engage, but he also has to try and not somehow get knocked up by the Poppy W while he does so, potentially could have been doable, but potentially he also would have died if he actually managed to get that kill. So, either way. Oh, interesting, he's going for the serrated Dirk here. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's going for a lethality mythic. What he could be doing here is maybe he wants to collect their second, and so he's grabbing that serrated Dirk early on for some extra damage in lane. However, a very interesting thing, I've never seen a Tristana player do that. I think I might have tried it once, but clearly I didn't think it was all that good because I haven't been doing it since. But definitely going for it here. Does make a lot of sense in this matchup since he will be able to burst down the Jinx really, really hard throughout the game. Enemy team is also pretty much full squishy. Okay, gonna be sneaking into the brush there. Finds the Jinx. However, Jinx will flash away. Blocks the Rakan for W. Blocks the W for Rakan there intentionally, I believe. Gonna take some return poke from her, but put down a lot of damage. Overall, more damage than she dealt to him. And forces the flash. So potentially gonna look to jump in here again. Poppy, however, going for the Hexa Flash there. Flashes out after dealing as much damage as possible to Jinx. But Jinx just barely doesn't go down anyway. That's unfortunate. Okay, gonna look back here. We'll just grab a longsword. Can't exactly get much here. We'll probably go for refillable now, I imagine. Get the perfect amount of gold while he waits for his HP. Speed this up a bit. I'm just gonna look to immediately crush that wave. He's got plenty of wave clear on the Tristana if he uses E, so. However, I think, yeah, Jinx was able to get a freeze there. That's the only issue with his shove here. At the moment, he's kind of afraid to punish her for doing that, because he has no vision. However, now he sees Nidalee on the top of the map. He knows where Poppy is. Rakan is on the way. He can show himself now. Only missed one CS for that freeze. Should be able to easily break the freeze now. Freezing is a lot more scary if you're losing lane. And a matchup like this, where the Tristana definitely has the advantage, not going to be a huge issue. However, like we said, definitely wants to be looking to break this freeze. Doesn't want this to be so close to the enemy side of the lane, because it makes it really hard for him and Rakan to engage any fights, being so close to the turret. However, he is struggling to break this. Looks like Jinx will just do that by herself, though. Freeze is finally broken now. Okay, maybe a little bit afraid of taking that pink because of the potential Poppy engage, since they're so close to a wall. Yeah, Poppy has flash back up right now, so doesn't want to be putting himself in a position that's too risky, knowing that his bot lane still has the advantage and they don't want to be throwing their lead right now. Okay, was maybe a little bit cautious about jumping in on Jinx initially because of the Poppy. Does it eventually, but does get blocked by the Poppy W. Ooh, this is not going to be great for them. Trying to exhaust the Jinx there, but not really going to help. This is still too fast. Unfortunately, they were not quite able to get on Jinx there. He ended up going on the Poppy instead, but you're never going to win that fight if you have to focus the Poppy.
Shut down.
Also, Jinx was level 6 and Tristana was not, so not a great fight to take. They were kind of relying on Poppy not being in that brush, but Poppy was indeed in that brush. And that is, again, highlighting why it's so good as the support to just pretend not to be in lane if you have nothing better to do. I mean, if you have to, like, cash in your support item, okay, sure, go ahead. But if you're basically waiting for your chance to have an all-in, there's no point just, like, being here, visible in lane, just standing around doing nothing, you know? Just hide in a brush. Make them think that maybe you're away, maybe you're roaming, maybe you've recalled. Bait them into fighting a bad fight. This made no end when supports just stand there in lane doing nothing. Just stand in lane doing nothing in the brush, then maybe you bait them. Especially as engaged supports, obviously. But even as enchanters, like if you are re-entering lane, if you can just hide out of vision as soon as you enter lane. Also really good, even if you're not an engaged support, just trying to bait them into 1v2 or a 2v2. If they don't necessarily win is great. Ooh. Okay, Rakan gonna cancel the Poppy ult there. That was huge. They're able to finally find the all-in onto Jinx there once the Poppy W is down. It's pretty much how they have to play these fights. They have to maybe have Rakan bait out Poppy W. And then eventually look to find an all-in once that is down. Let me just check what the cooldown is on Poppy W. 18 seconds. Yeah, and Rakan has a 12-second cooldown in his W, so there is a very realistic window where the Rakan can find an engage after baiting out the Poppy W. Oof, gonna get burst down by Kiana there, unfortunately. Who, by the way, is self-made from Vitality. Formerly Fnatic jungler as well. We'll go down there. Alright, so yeah, as we can see, he's also going for the Noon Quiver and a Pickaxe. Clearly going for an ADC Mythic, just sitting on Desolated Dirk, trying to snowball his lead in the lane. Doesn't make a lot of sense, especially if, you know, you have a winning matchup. Can definitely help you snowball that lead. Get more kills in lane. Yeah, their game plan right now is to try and bait the Poppy W's with Rakan W. And even before Rakan manages to find the re-engage with his W when that comes back up, it also still opens up the potential for Tristana to just immediately all in whenever she can, the Jinx. She can just jump in on her own as well. In a matchup like this, so long as she doesn't get stunned by Poppy, it should just be an insane amount of burst onto the Jinx. And if Jinx is low at all, that's just gonna kill her immediately. Ooh, gonna look for some cheese onto Kiana there, but just she just immediately starts. Gonna avoid a lot of damage there. Gonna have to exhaust her, hoping not to get killed here. Getting a little too aggressive here maybe, and he realizes that the Tristana puppy shows up here. Oof, okay. Yeah, does get taken down there, but is able to get the kill on Kiana. Is even able to get the kill for himself. That's good. I'm going for the Gale Force here. Also makes a lot of sense. Their team is not too tanky, and the spirit of trying to be as bursty as possible, trying to snowball his lead here. Gale Force will give him more burst in lane. And also give him increased mobility to try and abuse the Jinx with. And in the mid game will not really fall off at all since their team is not too tanky, so he's not going to be missing that Kraken Slayer.
Turret plating will fall soon.
So again, just gonna immediately look to clear out that wave instead of trying to freeze or anything, or slow push or anything. Jumping over here as there seems to be a fight going on. Oh, almost able to pick up that kill with the Gale Force, but not quite able to. But that's exactly the kind of use you would okay. Exactly the kind of use you would want out of that in order to kill the Jinx in the lane. He was able to jump on Jinx here thanks to that reset. Doesn't have too much damage as you can tell because of the lack of Kraken Slayer and the fact that he's got no attack speed, but he's able to pick up that kill anyway. Yep, just gonna shove one more wave in. Ooh, Poppy gonna potentially find him here. He self-kills himself with the R, however, I'm not sure if that was necessary. I guess he was expecting some more follow-up from the Poppy there. From her teammates. Maybe Kiana coming from the bush, but... Nope, it's just a Poppy. A lot better safe than sorry. Doesn't want it back anyway, doesn't want to fight here, so he's gonna have plenty of time for his ultimate to come back off cooldown here. So, with that 1400 gold he's got, let's see what he buys. Should be at least a Berserker's Greaves. No, gonna be a Ninja Tabi. Okay, fair enough. I mean, the enemy team does have a lot of physical damage. Between the Camille, the Kiana, and the Jinx, and two of them are like really heavily auto-attack reliant. Even the Poppy, I assume, has to deal a lot of physical damage, so... Not really what I would go for here, but definitely a really safe choice. Gonna be lacking a lot of attack speed though, especially without that Kraken Slayer. And without the Phantom Dancer second either. Or even a Storm Razor, but gonna be really bursty though. Seems to be entirely what he's going for against the squishy comp on the enemy team. Okay, just gonna immediately jump on Kiana there. Avoid the Kiana ultimate. Steps around. Clean kill. Just barely not able to pick up the kill. However, might go over to Rakan. Yes, it does. Again, the Gale Force coming huge for that kill there.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Gonna be rotating over to the top lane here. Only lane left without a turret. But also probably just wants to dive the Camille. Okay, gonna grab her, jump through the wall, hopefully able to pick up Nidalee there. Uses the ult to finish her off. Perfect. Just wants to deal as much damage onto Nidalee before she goes into the brush there, in case Nidalee then has time to buy cooldowns. Buy time for cooldowns. Just wants the Nidalee to die as soon as possible. Hence the ultimate. So goes to base, is able to pick up a collector here, and gonna finally buy a dagger. So I'm guessing he's basically doing this style of build where the collector basically acts as a temporary replacement for Infinity Edge. Won't deal as much damage at the 3-item power spike, however is going to be a really strong 2-item power spike. And with his third item he will be getting a lot of attack speed if he's going for the Phantom Dancer, for example. He'll actually get some attack speed finally. Going past the Jinx traps there. And we'll be able to pick that up. Now just gonna look to push top here. Maybe so Grump first? Nope, gonna be going for the Nidalee there. Nidalee a bit greedy right now. Not sure he needed to use Go first there. Maybe if he didn't have W up. I would think W would have been fine though. Okay. Trying to deal some damage there while the puppy's caught out, but oh sorry, the Rakan is caught out, but not gonna be able to do much. Gonna try and burst down Kiana there, but not gonna be able to find her. Gonna hand over a 1000 gold shutdown over to Kiana, so that's not ideal. Yeah, gonna be grabbing that Zeal, so presumably we'll be going towards the Phantom Dancer. Gonna be red team winning a fight there. Yep, and that's cemented. So grabbing a longsword that will build towards the Phantom Dancer. Just going for a style of build that most people don't go for. It's something even I haven't really tried out much on Tristana, but definitely seems like if you want to snowball, this is pretty much the build you want to use for that. Definitely the build that's going to give you the most kills while still giving you plenty of DPS in the mid to late game. At least by the third item power spike. Able to grab the Baron there. Now presumably we'll look to push top unless he just wants to go mid and try and end. However, that would be a bit ambitious. Ooh, gonna jump on Nidalee there. Lacks vision, otherwise he probably would be able to pull that off. Okay. Is able to survive there, partially thanks to the Ninja Tabi. And also the exhaust. Really wants to kill this Kiana, but the stealth is kind of unfortunate. Ooh, almost picks up that kill with the Collector. Is able to pick up in the end. Good shit. Jinx Rocket incoming though. Not really gonna take him down, especially with a Guardian. But the Tabi is alone would have kept him fine anyway. So just gonna be looking to farm as much of his jungle here as possible. I mean, the Diana is on the other side of the map anyway. She won't be farming these camps anytime soon. Presumably right now, Tristana doesn't have enough gold for... Yep, didn't have enough gold for the Phantom Dancer, so just wanted to farm those camps. Was not really able to farm the top lane wave because it's a bit overextended. Doesn't want to get caught out there. And Diana won't really miss these camps when she's got so many camps to farm on the enemy side right now, so... No problem about going for those. Yeah, grabs the Phantom Dancer as expected. Also, either grabs a pink ward or already had that, I'm not sure. I'm gonna be going mid, grouping with his team, presumably going top lane then. Kind of a waste of a Gil Force there. But, ooh, almost gonna be enough to take down Camille. Good, hopefully have enough move speed. Nope, okay, probably not gonna catch her then. Although currently, I guess he's just trying to wait for his W cooldown. Try and catch up to her, but okay, not gonna be able to find it. His team will end the game though. So yeah, there you have it. That is EDG Viper's Tristana gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want to see more content of this kind. Like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next video. Later, gamers.